I've had a lot of guys asking how to find a turnkey car like that one under the cover. And there's a lot of tips and tricks to doing it. There's a bunch I'll go through that some you probably already know, but some I'm sure you don't. And there's one at the end that I think that most guys don't do and you should. And that's the big tip. So make sure you watch the end of the video. I'm traveling this weekend. I'm off to Florida for a conference and I thought I'd take you guys along and we can do this as we go. All right, first task is the Durango. It's got to make it to Buffalo. 2-hour drive. Made the border. So one of the first places I always looked was in the kit car magazines. There's ones like this, the kit car, and within their online pages, you know, they usually have somewhere where you can sell cars. And if you look online, you can usually find cars for sale like there is in this one. And you scroll down and you'll see, you know, there's just about everything is in there. Not always what you're looking for, but oh, hey, cool. What is that? What's it called? I can't remember now. But anyways, I like that car. I remember it. And yeah, sometimes you stumble upon things that are kind of neat and interesting. And ooh, that's a Mirco replica. That looks pretty good. Anyways, sidetracked. But you get the picture here. You can usually find something that may be of interest to you, and they're just good to keep an eye on. There we go. We made the airport and made the flight. Durango never doubted. So there's other kit car magazines like Reincarnation's another one here that I've actually seen more Countach replicas in it, and you know, not always like here you can see in their homepage, but the same thing again. They have like a classified ads that you can click on that, and within that again you'll be able to find more of the cars for sale. So up in Canada, we have Auto Trader, we have Kijiji. I think, you know, Craigslist is another great one for finding your local stuff. And I've actually had a lot of success just looking locally for cars. So, you know, putting in replica as a search item is usually a good idea, and then going national because, you know, otherwise you don't find that much. You can see even if you do that, I found 33 here. They don't always relate. You got to kind of fumble through. And look to see what's there, because just once in a while you'll get a surprise, something will pop up and you'll be pretty delighted about what you see. But you can see here I've saved searches, so and it sends me a notice every time one comes. So you know, it's a great thing because as soon as one turns up on your search, it'll give it to you like this Pontiac. Like I've been looking for Ferraris. If you watched my last one, you remember I was looking for either a Miura or a 308 or 328 replica.
We are now at 10,000 feet. For your safety, continue observing.
So the other is Kijiji, and they do the same thing. You can have sage searches. You can say, oh, hey, look, I got some stuff in here. Let's see what's popped up. It's new. And hey, there is something there. Fiero with a body kit. And you got to kind of wrestle through all this stuff, and it's not always what you're looking for, but it's interesting to see what's on the market. This really, oh, he's even posted them upside down. Interesting. Anyways, you got to fumble through that. This one's not for me. There are other options. Well, let's see what else came in here. And no, it doesn't. Well, oh, here we go. This one came up last week. Remember on my last video I was talking about finding a car. This one's like in the ballpark anyways, and it looks like it needs a bit of work, but it's not too bad. But you know, the bulk of it's there and the price is right. So anyways, it's something I'll watch for now. I've mentioned the forums before, and ones like Kick Central here are not as active as they used to be, but a great resource for people that have done, you know, cars before. And again, they have the same for sale area where you can find, you know, cars for sale. Not always a Countach, but maybe, you know, a Diablo or something else. But
it's a great resource, and the history is all there too for guys that have been active, so you can find out if they were a good source or not. Mad Mechanics is another one. I've always talked about them. A lot more activity on that and a lot more other kit cars. But again, they have a mall section where they show cars for sale, and sometimes completed kits, sometimes not, bodies, whatever it might be. And even just listings that are, on eBay that guys are talking about and are on the forum that built it and know the background of the vehicle, which is always good to know. But
this is home for the next 4 days. I can see SeaWorld right over there.
The other one is Lambo clone, and it's another one with an activity. I think you can even use an app for it on your phone, and that's basically like I'm using right now. You'll see a lot more of the apps because, let's face it, you want to know as soon as the stuff hits the market. So using your phone is probably the best way to get this stuff, because there's a few guys looking at the same time. The sooner you get it and the sooner you get on it, the better. But they do have a cars for sale or projects for sale area, and if you click on that, again, you can find all the cars that are listed there.
All right, finished my conference responsibilities here at the hotel, and now I'm off to the show.
Yes, and Facebook, it's the dreaded groups. Yes, that you have to sign up on Facebook in order to get at all these groups. But it's really growing, and there's a lot more guys. It's, especially mobile, a lot easier to get on these replica sites. So here's a Countach Replica site that's dedicated just to Countach replicas and guys that are building on there or have cars. This is what's great about Facebook, is it's drilling down on a little more detail. Not as many members, but more of exactly what we're looking for.
Today's adventure.
And so guys will post whatever's for sale on here, and because it's just done off your phone, you can do it really quick and easy, and it's always live, so there's always there. Different forums, and you have to pick which works best for you and what you're looking for. But these are all the ones that I have, because based on Countach replicas that I'm looking for.
My feet are about run off, so that's the show taken in. Ooh. Now we look forward to the flight home.
And then some guys are getting right into this, like drawing the CAD and creating the parts that we need, and other kit cars too. It's not just Countach stuff here, as you can see. Some of the stuff gets familiar. You might recognize that car, and some of these sites, the guys, you get to meet them and know about them. So there's a lot of different choices on here on what is the best site, but because they're just not that active, you don't get something every day from them, so it's not that intrusive. So they're worth keeping in touch on, and you'll find guys like here, somebody's recreated the card in CAD. So this is the one I think most guys don't do. It's Google Alerts, and what it is through the Google search engine, you can actually set up alerts for searches that you do, such as like what I've got here, the Pontiac Mira, Ferrari replica. So you can put in whatever you would normally search in on your search items for Google, and then you can have it send you an email notice when it finds something new that was put on the web. So this way you get a first look at whatever's coming. So you look at my emails, here's some that came in today when I was working on this. So it was the Pontiac Mira searches, and you can just see how it comes in as a Google alert on my email, and it was one of my Pontiac Mira searches, just because you guys know I was looking for these cars, and here's one that showed up, and the first one was kind of iffy, and when you look at the resources, you got to check what they are, and sometimes they're just like a painting or something like that, so you got to make sure it's relevant. And in this case here, it found a nice one in Phoenix. Only problem was an automatic. So that one's not for me. So I'll keep the search going and get myself educated as I go here. Ha! Made the border.
Well, there you go. Made it home. Yep, the Rango made it. A 2-hour drive back. It was starting for me. So, don't forget to use Google Alerts. See ya. Capper, stop eating the car. Apparently Blake got something else.